Welcome back, everyone. I'm feeling a lot better today, which should work out well because one of my favorite middle form Pokemon is Charmeleon. I don't know why, I just think it looks really cool. And we're gonna see, okay, wait. First off, it looks terrible in this game. The back sprite is literally one of the worst back sprites I have ever seen. I don't know what they were thinking with this, but it looks horrendous. Having said that, how long will it take this complete abomination to beat Pokemon Red and Blue? Ivysaur was fairly okay, and if you remember from the last video, you can watch it. It came out yesterday. Maybe you missed it. Charmander was the second best, and Charizard was by far the worst. What about Charmeleon? It doesn't have the flying type. It learns its moves slightly earlier. And like Ivysaur, it does get a stat boosting move, albeit one via TM. Actually, Ivysaur also got Swords Dance. Speaking of moves, Charmeleon gets fighting moves, 100 base power ground moves. Like, it's got tools to succeed. I already know what's going to be the big obstacle, and this is not my first time using a Pokemon in this line. We also start with Ember, which is going to make the Viridian Forest section a little bit quicker. Let's see how this goes. But first, a big thank you to a sponsor that's been with the channel for 2 years. It's funny because I was a little embarrassed to show my face back then, but I should have been embarrassed to show how bad that team was. Granted, I was early in. I've played this game for dozens of hours. Of course, we're talking about Raid Shadow Legends celebrating their 7th anniversary. But now is the perfect time to get into Raid. They're giving away some amazing stuff. There's a package valued at $200. You only get this if you download via my link. I'm going to point out some of the highlights of the package, but it's all going to be displayed on screen. So you start off by unlocking the legendary champion, Cromach the Devourer. It's a really good champion. You're going to want him. Once you level up to level 25, you get another champion, Galappo the Recluse. You're going to want both these guys. But wait, as you'd expect, there's more. You can get another legendary champion, Pelops the Victor, by using the code RAID7 for the 7th anniversary. Pelops would be amazing with its ability to HP burn and its bulk. Great addition. But if you don't want Pelops or you want a different legendary champion, there are 6 of them available right now on screen, each with a promo code. That's actually kind of the thing I like about Raid. There really is no objectively best team. It's because you have 5 on the team, what you have, what you need will depend, and you can kind of mix and match and try different teams for different stages. It's really fun, and I spend a lot of time team building. And for you existing players, don't worry, there are tons of in-game events, one of which you can unlock Pelops the Victor. So what are you waiting for? Download Raid via my link or the QR code and join me on the battlefield for Raid's 7th anniversary. All right, well, against Brock, Ember is the best move we can use. Does it do a lot? No, but it does enough. We should be able to win if we get decent luck versus... Oh, well, I gotta use a couple scratches just to save power points, but if we get decent luck versus Onyx, we should be fine. Actually, never mind, we outspeed it, meaning we don't even need luck at all. It never went for Bide, but if it did, we could have just gone for Growl. This was pretty good. Unicorn Charmeleon, first try versus Brock. Same as Ivysaur. However, unlike Ivysaur, Misty will not be so trivial, so instead of battling her, we're gonna go and battle Rival 2 in Cerulean City. Now, you'll notice that we did go and get the TM for Mega Punch, which is better than Ember slightly, but it also has a significant chance to miss. So if I do get hit by Sand Attack, it is just quicker, well, I mean, we're using in-game time, so it actually is just much quicker, to reset. But even if we were using real time, it'd be quicker just to reset. Once making it past Pidgeotto, I think we're fine, but let's just make sure versus Squirtle. We even got a Mega Punch miss, but the crit may have mattered, may not have mattered. Still, second try victory. Actually, we're keeping pace in terms of how many tries the major battles have taken. with Ivysaur, which is pretty funny. But here is where the routes are going to diverge pretty significantly, or at least as much as they can in the early game. I am not going to battle Misty after I do Nugget Bridge. I mean, already the routes have diverged because I battled Misty first, but what we're going to do instead is proceed right to Rival 3, meaning we're going to have to save Surge for later. I know, very sad because it's an easy battle, but what you going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I did do. I was curious how the battle would go. I am at level 24. I actually shouldn't have used Ember there, but that's okay. 2 Mega Punches would knock it out, but the big thing, yeah, that just does too much damage. And so I'm going to skip Misty. I know I made a mistake there, but Bubble Beam has to do a little bit less than that if I'm going to be successful. And there's just no reason not to stick to the plan. Even though, in theory, it would be slightly faster to beat Misty now. By leaving Misty until later, though, we do get access to 2 better moves. Body Slam, which is slightly more powerful than Mega Punch and Can't Miss, and Dig, which is, I wouldn't say significantly, but even more powerful than Body Slam. So this is all really good. We actually get some decent luck. I didn't have a potion, so I had to go in at half HP because, well, there are some other battles you have to do on the way. And I've mentioned this before, but in case everyone has forgotten, you do not heal in the Pokemon Center. In Fire Red Leaf Green, you totally would. But in Red and Blue, and sort of in Yellow, but we have to go to the cave, you can dig right back to Cerulean, which is where we need to go. And look, I didn't even forget to get the bike. I would say in about 40% of these runs, I forget to get the bike and have to go back. I know, annoying. But we can go and battle Misty right now. I've already beaten the Goldeen trainer. So let's see how Misty goes. Well, first things first, Dig is more powerful, and we one-shot Staryu. I go for Leer here, which actually was really dumb, because Staryu goes for next defense, so maybe the Leer was good, right? No, I end up getting a crit, but as you saw, the level up was key, because we survive a Bubble Beam plus a Water Gun. And I beat Misty on try number 1, if you don't count the attempt from like a few minutes ago. Yay! Anyway, that was pretty good. This is why you delay Misty. And now we can proceed ahead to Rock Tunnel. Because we have Dig, nothing is going to be a problem, so we can skip ahead to Celadon, where I go and battle Giovanni 2, even though in theory, I could have battled Erica. Now against Giovanni 2, we go for Dig, and then Ember against Onix, and then Dig, and then you're going to be shocked by this, Ember against Rhyhorn, and I go Body Slam against Kangaskhan. Ember does about as much, not surprised because of the really very, very low special. And now we're going to teach Slash, which is an auto crit. I wish we had Flamethrower, but we don't. And now we can dig out, and it's time to go and battle Erica. Right? Wrong. You're very wrong. Well, actually, you're not very wrong. You're only slightly wrong. What we're going to do instead is, well, okay, we're going to battle Erica, but we're going to start by battling the trainers in her gym. And the reason we do that is I have a pretty good idea that Charmeleon is going to get walled at some point in this run. And getting these experience points, which are very quick and give a lot of money, and thus I can use those money on vitamins, the vitamins and these experience points could, maybe, be the difference in making Charmeleon like half an hour faster. I also could be very much exaggerating the impact of this, but I do think we're going to need these experience points, so I got them. We don't have Flamethrower till level 42, so unfortunately we're not only poisoned, but we're stuck with Ember. And in fact, Dig, well, with a crit, did more, which is really sad. And this is kind of why fire Pokemon aren't great in a lot of earlier games. Game Freak really didn't give them a lot of great options, to the point where genuinely it's better just using your non-same type moves. But eventually we'll get Flamethrower, so that'll be nice. Speaking of nice, let's go and have a nice easy battle against Surge. Very rarely do I battle Surge after Erica. We have Dig, so we're going to one-shot everything. Why even try going for Body Slam? We know Dig is going to work, and we one-shot all the Pokemon as I predicted. Great. Rival 4 is next. Again, having Flamethrower would be nice here, but we're going to have to use Body Slam. Honestly, I should use Slash, actually, so that's fine. Growlithe, I'll use Dig since it's super effective. And then Execute, I'll go for Ember. It does one-shot. Kadabra, I'll just use Body Slam, it's fine. And then Wartortle, I should have once again used Slash, but didn't really matter. We're fine. And with that, we have completed everything we need to do up to this point. We haven't left anything for later. And so we have to decide whether we want to battle Koga or Rival Fivel. And with Dig, I'm thinking Koga makes sense. I don't know if it'll one-shot the coughing. It won't the other ones, but let's go for Dig. And, okay, it doesn't even one-shot coughing, which is frustrating, but not unexpected. We're going to two-shot Muck, Sludge. All right, this could be a problem, but we could get the really clutch self-destruct while we're digging, so that could work. X-Attack from coughing is fine, and then self-destruct? No. Oh, boo! Boo! All right, take two. So, yeah, it doesn't look to be a range. We're 0 for 3 on one-shotting coughing. This battle, we're actually getting much better luck. We've gotten X-Attacks. Oh, no. That's why I can't go for Dig turn 2. Thankfully, on the third try, we get it. And then, oh, okay, that's a crit. So now, all right, looks like we aren't going to get our fabled self-destruct while we're digging, but we don't get self-destruct at all. So second try victory versus Koga is fine. And now the only battle, okay, technically I could go and battle Blaine and get Fire Blast, but I'm going to battle Rival Fivel because of a bunch of reasons. So I didn't go and get something I could have gotten, and I don't think this is going to work, actually. I should have gone and gotten it. What is this it I'm referring to? Of course, it is TM3 Swords Dance. And now I can use it, and I should one-shot with Body Slam. Oh, okay, wait. That wasn't true. Anyway, that's fine. And then we go 2 Swords Dance, and now Dig should one-shot. Execute. No, I shouldn't go for Ember. It doesn't matter. We'll knock it out. That level up kind of sucks, but we have Flamethrower now. That's pretty sick. And Alakazam, we don't outspeed most likely. Oh, we do. Nice. And now Blastoise, Dig, hopefully one-shots. No. No! Boo! Boo! I disagree with that. Anyway, in the very next battle, we don't get the worst luck in human history. And we do, in fact, beat Rival Fivel. Swords Dance is going to be huge for Charmeleon. I honestly meant to get it first anyway. And by the way, here's a potion. I'm going to heal nonetheless. The potion might be needed later. And just like with Ivysaur, I want to restore some power points. And we're going to need to level up more later, probably anyway. This is just a really easy battle. And we get another potion, a max potion. I don't know if you guys know this. It's right there on the bed, which is kind of funny. Oh, actually, I don't get it because I'm full of items. It's fine. Anyway, let's go battle Giovanni number 2. With Flamethrower and Swords Dance, we should have a pretty easy time. I'm going to go Flamethrower on Nidorino because it's 2 turns anyway. Kangaskhan, oh, it's 2 turns. That sucks. And then Rhyhorn, I'm going to go Dig. Oh, it's going to be 3 turns. That's okay. And then Nidoqueen, I think Flamethrower and then Dig should be enough. Okay, I mean, it wasn't quick, but it was easy. Now, all we have left are Sabrina or Blaine. And neither of those, unlike Ivysaur, pose much of a, let's call it a noticeable problem for Charmeleon. I'm already here, so might as well try and battle Sabrina. I'm going to go Body Slam. It does just one shot. And then I go Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Okay, double light screen. Don't want to get greedy. I can go Body Slam. I can go Flamethrower. Oh, I actually probably should have gone Body Slam. I'm poisoned now. Oh no, but we're fine. Yeah, still haven't fully recovered, so I'm going to try and laugh less. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't that funny, so yeah, why laugh? Anyway, I actually do feel a bit better now, and hey, by the time Wartortle comes out, maybe I'll be 100% completely better. I can even sing again, or taste food. Do you guys know how awful it is to eat food when you can't taste it? I don't know how many of you have gone through this. Like, I've had it where it doesn't taste like much, but literally can't taste food. I have been eating, and I can be a little bit of a picky eater. I am eating food that I normally hate, but is really good for me because I can't taste it anyway. So yeah, I love the multigrain bagel. Oh, for sure. Chicken breast sounds better to me. Extra arugula? How could I say no to that? Because it doesn't taste like anything. It's been terrible. Now, you might be wondering, J-Rose, I'm not here to hear about your personal life. I'm here to, you know what? After 120 runs, you're invested in this. This has been an experience for all of us. And sometimes that experience is just playing Pokemon, and sometimes I bellyache to my monitor because no one can actually hear me. This is going to be released in like 3 days, and you know what? It still feels good, even though I'm technically stop it. Even though I'm, oh God, technically not talking to anyone. All right, no laughing, no ranting. All right, what's next? Blaine? So, like with Erica, it would be a really good idea. I mean, I'm saying as if I haven't already done it. It would be a great idea to beat all the trainers in Blaine's gym. Because, well, I'll just tell you. You guys probably already know, but Gyarados, Lance's Gyarados, is going to be a very, very big problem. We don't have a rock move or anything, so we're going to have to tank a Hydro Pump. And we need to get to a high enough level where we can both tank a Hydro Pump and knock out the rest of Lance's Pokemon on 1 HP bar. And that's going to be really tough. And that's a big reason why the fire starters and fire Pokemon in general don't do great in Red and Blue. So this does take time, but I do think it's a great money farm and XP farm. For Blaine himself, 1 Swords Dance might be effective for Arcanine, so I'm just going to use it. There's no reason not to. Also, maybe why I just outsped everything too. So easy 4 for 4 with Dig. Now, I will not be able to learn Earthquake with Charmeleon, so we are going to be sticking with Dig the entire run. But same base power, so not a problem. You see there, I checked just to make sure I have all the badges. I have forgotten Erica one too many times. I always have to check. All right, Geo 3-0 time. And we're going to go for... let's just go for Dig. No, that was a mistake, actually. I should definitely have gone for a Swords Dance. All right, well, this was a mistake. Yep, it wasn't... Wait, I can actually fix this. Or not. All right. I was probably talking to chat at this point. There's no reason why that should have happened. Because, yeah, if I just use a single Swords Dance or a double Swords Dance, I will now one-shot with Dig. I was already outspeeding anyway. I'll just go for Dig, and Dig, and Dig. I don't remember what we were talking about, but clearly this was... By the way, sometimes I don't do these live now, and I've noticed that there actually isn't as much of a time difference. It just, in terms of real-world time, takes me longer, but in-game time, it's the exact same. It's just I make less mistakes. But that means less content. Rival 6, I believe we first tried as Ivysaur, or was it a second try? I can't remember. I should remember, but I was sick when I made the video. We're going to triple Swords Dance here, gaining the speed and a little bit of special. Knock it out with Flamethrower. We level up. That's not good. So now we're not going to outspeed, but we are +6 in attack. We dig the next 2 Pokemon and then execute. I did not mean to dig there. That's okay. Solar Beam did nothing. All right, here's the big one. Go for Body Slam. It outsped, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go for Dig. Oh, I went for Withdraw. Darn. All right, let's just go Body Slam. Nice. Okay, very good. This went well, but I imagine Lorelei is going to be pretty tough, and like Lance, definitely. I think Agatha will be fine, and then the champion will be tough. So 3 out of 5, not great. Alrighty, so the problem with Lorelei is that our best move, oh, interesting. Growl and Swords Dance, these are extra badge boosts. So, oh yeah, that was a crit. This is interesting. Because I'm gaining a lot of stats by doing this. That was a Gen 1 miss. All right, I think I'm actually +4. We leveled up. I wanted to use Flamethrower here. Frick. All right, well, can't have that happen. So I definitely do want to use Badge Boost Glitch. Wait a minute. How do I want to do this? Let me just think about this for a second, because I could... make sure I'm +6, but I don't think I one-shot Cloyster, even if I use... Yeah, Flamethrower wouldn't do it. I'm going to need more experience points, probably. So I try in vain another battle versus Lorelei, but in the end, I just needed a little bit more experience points. I went and got it just south of Fuchsia. And then, you know what? I decided let's just use the rare candies anyway. This is going to be a difficult battle, and considering we haven't made it past Cloyster, I think it's time. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so now we're at level 62. I'm going to go Swords Dance, Growl misses, Swords Dance, Rest, can't do anything, and double Rest. I go for Dig, one shot. Nice. Now I'm going to go Flamethrower, not quite one shot. Clamp hits twice. Great. Now Slowbro, I'm going to go for Dig, Water Gun misses, amazing. Jinx, I can go for... No! I can go for Flamethrower! Press down instead of up. All right, come on. Come on, one shot. Yay! Almost messed it up, but Lorelei seems to be pretty easy. Now, Bruno, I don't have the best matchup in the whole world, but it's not a terrible matchup either. I'm going to set up some Swords Dance, and then I can go for Dig. And actually, I'm just going to keep going for Dig. Otherwise, I'd go for Flamethrower, but with all those Swords Dance, Dig is better. And now we're on to Agatha. So Dig is really good against Agatha's team. I just need to not get hypnosised here. Just go for Dig right away. One shot. Easy. Now I'm going to go for Swords Dance, Haze, Swords Dance, Confuse Ray. No. This is what can't happen. All right, let's just go. No. Okay. Haze again. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Haunter. No. Come on. Go for Dig. There we go. All right, please one-shot Arbok. All right, we should be fine. Okay, and now we got our badge boost back. Don't worry about what that means. We won. We're good. But all of this doesn't matter if Lance beats me really easily here, which has a very high probability of happening. This is basically the run right here. All right, so I'm just going to go for Body Slam. We get the paralysis. Nice. And look at my face. I actually thought I would tank that a lot better than I did. And although I get some pretty good luck to knock out Gyarados, and then actually better luck to knock out Dragonair number 1, Dragonair number 2 beats me. There was no way I was going to beat Aerodactyl, by the way. And so now I have to decide, do I keep the experience points? The reason I can't is because I need those elixirs, because Dig has so few power points. And sadly, I saved after using the rare candies. A bit of a mistake. Not massive, because it will make the battles I'm about to do in Victory Road faster. So there is a give and take there. Sometimes you actually want to have the rare candies, because if the battles are faster, it saves time, even though it takes longer to level up. So it's not quite so simple all the time when you do what. So I battled for quite a while, and now I'm at level 67, which you can see makes a minor difference versus Lorelei. Actually, I don't know why we're showing the Lorelei battle. Let's skip ahead. On my first attempt at level 67, I've made it to Lance. So right now, we've only lost to Lorelei and Lance, the double L. I'm going to go for Swords Dance because it gives me a bit of a badge boost, but it still does over half. And that's a problem. If it didn't, then I theoretically could take it out with Body Slam. But right now, I just don't see... I don't see a way to do this at this level. It sucks, but like, I think I need more. We're not ready. All right, we make it right back to Lance. I'm not surprised on our next attempt at level 70 now. And I go Body Slam, Paralyzed. It does over half. Don't forget, I don't have the badge boost. So I should mention there's another very important factor. It's not just how much Hydro Pump is doing to me, but how much Body Slam is doing to Gyarados. Once Body Slam does half without a Swords Dance, then in theory, but Gen 1's kind of weird. Also see that I didn't even save at the Elite Four. I saved by other trainers anticipating a potential loss. This saves time, not backtracking. Smart. But as I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself, I need Body Slam to do half without Swords Dance, because then all I need is an attempt where I theoretically use Swords Dance plus Body Slam, and then we one-shot Gyarados, and we should have enough HP to take out Aerodactyl, maybe. Unfortunately, I just don't have any options, even Mimic, which theoretically could help us. In this battle, because Gyarados is the very first Pokemon, we don't have time to set it up. All right, well, now I'm at level 71. We're already pretty high in level. Swords Dance, Hydro Pump does more than half. Body Slam doesn't do enough. So we do what? I can try one more time and see if we get better luck, but I don't think we're going to. Might as well try. I don't want to over level if I don't have to, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait, we got a miss. Okay, well, that's a 20% chance. I go for Dig, and it is one-shotting Dragonair 1 and 2. The level up doesn't really matter. So now I gotta go for Flamethrower or Body Slam. I go Body Slam, get the Paralysis, and then Flamethrower, and that's what I don't want to see. It needs to two-shot. So unlike Ivysaur, Dragonite's not going to be free anyway. This is definitely progress, but more. We need more. It's gotten to the point where the quickest way to gain experience points is just to battle the Elite Four over and over again. And we get a Hydro Pump miss turn 1, which is pretty good. But now I'm going to need to be a little lucky here. I'm a little bit of a higher level, but I don't know if we're going to win. Body Slam, we get the Paralysis full paralyzed. Oh, we get a miss. Oh, it doesn't attack. Crazy. Okay, and now we're level 74. Body Slam, Agility, Hyper Beam. No, we were so close. Do I reset or do I keep the experience? I'm going to keep the experience. We were pretty lucky that battle, but keeping the experience, I think we got this. 8th battle versus Lance. Am I correct? Level 75. 1 Swords Dance, Hydro Pump hits, and I go Body Slam. Oh, it doesn't knock it out. Nope, I was wrong. All right, one more. Lance 9 time, and I think this is going to work. We go Swords Dance. Hydro Pump hits. Oh, wow, that did pretty high. Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, that sucks. Lance battle number 10. Come on. This has got to be it. We go for Swords Dance. It is the right play. Hydro Pump misses. All right, I'm going another Swords Dance. We just won. That's it. That's it. It was a 20% chance that that happened, but I don't care. I don't care. I can just go Body Slam and just sweep now. All right. Well, that sucked. No, go Body Slam. Oh, we don't one-shot, but that's okay. Oh, it'll knock itself out with Takedown, and then this should knock it out. Very good. Very good. Level 79. We're going to face the champion, and I think we got this. Pidgeot, we're going to set up a Swords Dance. No mirror move. Darn it. Okay. We're going to set up... No, just go Body Slam. Okay, that's 1. Body Slam. That's 2. Right on. I'm going to go Swords Dance. Leer misses. Swords Dance. Tail Whip. All right, we're fine. Dig. Knocks it out. Arcanine, Dig, knocks it out. Very good. Executor, I'm going to go Body Slam, knocks it out. And Blastoise, I'm going to go Body Slam, knocks it out. Level 79 is not what you want to see. And yeah, Charmeleon ultimately was not able to do significantly better than its pre-evolved form. Even though it's stronger, it's still just not got anything for Gyarados. Level 79, 612. Yikes. Yeah, that's going to put Charmeleon an hour ahead of Charmander, but the worst middle evolution Pokemon not named Pidgeotto. So that's a little surprising and disappointing, but unfortunately not entirely unexpected. But what is unexpected is that there should be another video coming out tomorrow, the next couple days. Soon, very soon. And it will be the final of these, Wartortle, and then we'll get to the pseudo-legendaries, and then, I don't know, we have lots of videos. I'm really backed up because of the illness, so thank you guys for watching, and again, a big thank you to Raid Shadow Legends. You can scan the QR code or click the link in the description or pinned comment, and I'll see you all in the next new video. Take care.